To get your message out to over 2 million homes, call Positive Promotions at 302-292-3994 or log on to our website at posprotv.com.
Welcome back here. I'm telling you, a big audience today. Snow on the ground. We're still experiencing snow out there.
Miserable driving
March. I
conditions.
want to get that. Nardone, as I said?
Nardone,
yeah, and you're with Delaware Today. We want to thank you, first of all, for coming out in this miserable weather and making it over here. And let's talk about Delaware Today, first of all, the magazine. It's been around for how long now?
45 years in April.
Yeah, that long. Whoa.
We're all getting old.
Yeah, but it's become and recognized. I want to say every state has that state magazine, if you would. And Delaware Today, I guess, is our state magazine, if you look at it. And publication-wise, I don't know of anybody in Delaware that isn't aware of the magazine Delaware Today.
It's been a long time, but people know who we are. I mean, 45 years.
Yeah. But as far as getting it out there, you guys have a way of calculating close to 100,000 readers a month, I guess?
Close to 100,000 readers, 28,000 subscribers. But, by the time everybody sees the magazine, 100,000. That's out of 800,000 people
especially
in the
doctors
state.
and dentists and lawyers'
I
offices.
think they just give it to them free, like put it out in the waiting room, because that's always there.
Yeah, because they can always find it in those. But let's talk about you, because what a interesting way that you got involved with Delaware Today, and you've been with them for, 11 years now?
11 years.
Yeah.
And I started freelancing for the magazine in 91, so It's really been a little bit longer, but yeah. As a newspaper guy.
A lot of things happen over, I guess, the different, I'm looking back at the different trials and stuff that we've had here in the state of Delaware over the last just 11 years. So what do you find the most interesting story that you got to participate in?
Oh, boy. At Delaware Today or just in general?
Delaware Today, let's go with. If you got one bigger than that, we'll talk about that next.
Well, Delaware Today, it's been a long time since I've written. We did a thing about gangs about 10 years ago. We looked at Wilmington, we thought it's a small city like any other small city. Do we have gangs? It turns out that we had an emerging gang problem.
Oh, wow.
Anytime you read about a shooting in town, chances are it's drug-related violence, and that drug activity is gang-related.
Yeah, goes all the way back to the
12 a
gang.
night or something.
It's not sharks and jets.
It's something that you don't hear a whole lot about. People don't talk about it. They talk about it in L.A. and in different areas, but it's throughout every city in America, really. And we've got a heavy. We've got New York right up the street. They come down
Philly.
from that. Yeah, Philly right over there. So, I never looked at it that way. But now let's talk about big stories. What's because apparently there's one out there that you'd like to even.
Oh, I'm just thinking about big stories. I mean, right now, we're dealing with the Chrysler layoff, or the Chrysler plant closing, I should say. So it'll be a couple years till we see how that shakes out. But we have a story coming out in April or March. I get them all confused.
Yeah.
Talking about the state's manufacturing future. Chrysler is just kind of the nail in the coffin as far as that goes. And economic development stories, they're out there all the time. The big trials. James Cook trial. Is huge. We haven't had a trial that sensational, or at least that flamboyant for a while, since Tom Capano.
I was going to say Mr. Capano's trial was that way, and then of course the two young kids that they had the baby in the dumpster.
Brian Grossberg and Brian Peterson, Amy Grossberg.
Yeah, right.
Brian Grossberg
Peterson.
and Peterson.
Yeah, there you go. You're
So
there.
I was thinking that, but then I thought it was the other one.
Yeah, but when we were looking at it, we talk about you because you said, "Well, I haven't been writing in a while," because you haven't. I mean, there's another job before these stories, because I've always wondered, what does an editor do? Be sure they spell the words right, or
that's part of it. That's part of it.
Edits it.
We edit. We're out there looking for stories all the time. We're trying to figure out what's important, what are people interested in. So we spend a lot of time looking. Of course, all the editors on staff do that. And then, once we've made the assignments and got the reporters out there, they come back with their stories, and we look to see did we answer all the questions? Did we find the main point of the story? What can we do with it better? We often send people back to revise stories 2, 3, 4 times. So,
well, they should come back and revise yours.
I was going to say they should. I could give them some stories, but then somebody'd have to kill them so they couldn't write the stories.
Well, then we'll revise it.
But it's got to be fun. I mean, it's got to be a great job, because we were talking before we came on to the air, and it's knowing the right people and being in the right place at the right time to get to anywhere, to get to what I'm doing here, to what what you're doing there. I mean, you just happen to be in the right place at the right time, because we're talking, what would you be doing if Mark was doing anything else today other than writing? What would it be? I mean,
boy, I have no idea. You know, and that's the funny thing about it. You always think what comes next in life, and I can't imagine anything else. You know, this has been a good, fun ride.
Right.
I can't imagine doing anything else at this point.
And it's like I used to tell Kevin, I mean, I remind him every day, I don't know of a better job that you can have than what we have as far as here. And if you like to keep your job, you know. Just a little.
I'd like to keep mine for a little while.
But it's hard to get a good job. I mean, I always say, if you don't like what you're doing, then go find something, because this is America. You can do anything you want to do.
That's exactly right.
And if you really don't like what you're doing, then go pursue something that you would enjoy doing. And I've been doing this for 15 years. I've enjoyed every step of the way. Some battles. I mean, I guess everybody goes through different good times, bad times on anything that they do. But this has been an experience here. And I'm sure yours.
Similar business in a lot of ways. You know, you're constantly dealing with people, especially in Delaware. You know, the fun of Delaware is you have a lifetime of connections, friends, contacts, experiences. You know, you have a wealth of people to draw on for anything at any time.
And there's a very, very small state. Everybody knows everybody.
Small town.
It is, and it just amazes me that the different things there's nothing anybody can do that you don't hear about it. And but Delaware Today, because I want to take this a little bit further, because Mr. Martinelli, Rob, has done a fantastic job since he's been over there. And you look at it, and when I say that, I guess he is the publisher. Is that what he would be?
He's actually the president of the company now.
Yeah, okay, so he's gone and given himself even a bigger title.
Right, exactly. He promoted himself.
Yeah, so, but anyways, he's got another magazine out there because we run this over in the Philadelphia region as well, and that's the Mainline, I believe it is?
Mainline Today.
Yeah, Mainline Today, and they can pick that up in...
Oh, boy, just about anywhere in Delaware County, Chester County, parts of Montgomery County, Philadelphia.
Oh, wow, so you're getting out there pretty good then.
Yeah, they cover a pretty big territory. I mean, you know, the sort of the traditional main line, and then all the areas around that, too, you know, barring city of Philadelphia.
Yeah, now, what I like about it is the class of the magazine. I mean, in the main line, I've seen the magazine. It's similar to the Delaware Today as far as the style and the look and everything. And you guys just do a tremendous job at the way that magazine, and both of them come out. I mean, it's unreal.
Rob deserves a lot of credit. He took over Delaware Today 25 years ago, and you know, circulation has grown more than 10 times since he's taken over. So that's pretty phenomenal growth. You know, ad revenues grow. The staff has grown. You know, there are quite a few people in the Wilmington office alone.
I keep telling them, put me on the cover one time. Just put me on the cover once.
Oh, you got your photo in there a couple times.
Yeah, but they'll never put me on the cover. You know, I said, you put me on the cover, maybe a few more people would stop and say, now what the heck's he done now? You know,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's a great magazine. It's well read. I mean, and you know, congratulations. And to the writing, I mean, one of my favorite writers is back with you guys. He experienced and went someplace else for a while. Drew is there.
Drew Ostrowski, yeah.
And you got some great writers. Some others, that's Maria Hess.
Maria Hess did a story about you last year.
Yeah.
And that was a great story. Matt Amos, young guy, very talented, graduated University of Delaware a couple years ago. Katie Dowling, she edits, we actually do 6 other extra magazines in addition to Delaware Today. We do a bridal magazine twice a year, a health and fitness magazine a couple times a year, and a big guide to the state. She's also young, talented. She edits all those. And then we have 2 really good creative people who make us look real good, Kelly Carter and Louise Bowen. And
then we got the printers and all that takes place. You can catch more online.
Let's do an org show for them.
You can find out more about Delaware Today at
www.delawaretoday.com.
It's that simple. Thank you so much, Mark, for coming down. Hopefully you'll come back and we'll talk about it, because I want to find out exactly what does an editor do other than check spelling and stuff like that. So thanks for being with us. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
To find out more about the Tim Qualls Show and other Positive Promotion productions, then log on to our website at www.posprotv.com.